pick up with number 20, completing the square. There was an earlier one on completing the square, but this one is the extended response problem where I'm gonna see if you know what you're doing. X squared, I'm gonna bring that over, it's gonna be positive 2x. Leave a little space, and I'm gonna keep the 3 out there. Middle term's 2. Half is 1. Squaring would be, of course, 1. So that's a completion of the perfect square by adding 1. This is a perfect square trinomial. I'm equal to 4. That's good. Take square root of both sides. I'm going to have x plus 1 equals plus or minus 2. Square root of 4 is 2. Take the 1 over, and I'll be looking for this work. Minus 1 plus or minus 2. So we got the x squared on one side, got to bring the 2x over to negative, which makes it positive. Middle term's 2, half would be 1 squaring. 1 times 1 is 1. Perfect square trinomial, x plus 1 equal to the square root of 4. You can leave it like that, I'll accept that. Any questions there? Make a note on 21. You know, you really are just going to solve for x squared there, right? You're missing the middle term. I've gone over that a bunch with you in the past. So take the 18 to the other side. 2x squared is going to be equal to negative 18. Divide by 2. X squared is equal to negative 9. Taking the square root of both sides. That's something new this year, of course. And that is our I, plus or minus 3i. If you've paid attention the last couple of days, you will be ready. I fully believe there's no reason you can't get at least a C. That's with minimal paying attention. If you study and do anything at all, you should ace this thing. I'm giving you every problem. You can take a note card, obviously, is very helpful. Extended response continuing here, number 22. There's many ways to find these zeros, isn't there? You could factor it, although this one's not going to be factorable. Factors of 18 that have 36 is not happening. You can complete the square, which is probably, that's how I'm going to do it. I think that's probably the safest way in this one because the middle term's 6. I think that's probably the safest. You could use the quadratic formula, couldn't you? Okay. So those are your options. I'm going to complete the square. So I'm going to have x squared plus 6x equals, if I set this equal to 0, I'm going to take the 18 the other side, it becomes negative 18, right? So middle term's 3, half would be, middle term 6, half would be 3 squared would be 9. Perfect square trinomial here of x plus 3 squared equal to negative 9. Taking the square root, x plus 3 equals plus or minus 3i. Taking that x over negative 3 plus or minus 3i. a lot of you writing good stuff down, so hopefully this is helpful in the note card and remember stuff. And write yourself a little note, how am I gonna do here? A little fuzzy on something. All right. Division of complex, remember we're going to multiply by the conjugate. So we have 5 plus 3i, so the conjugate there is going to be 5 minus 3i. So now we got a whole lot of foiling to do. I'll start with the top. -2 times 5 would give me -10. -2 times -3i would give me positive 6i. 2i times 5 would give me positive 10i. And 2i times -3i would give me -6i squared. On the bottom, remember the conjugate, so I'm just going to do 5 times 5 would be 25. Then I'm gonna do 3i times -3 would be -9i squared. Remember the middle terms, what happens? They cancel, so I didn't put those out. All right, let's see what happens. That bottom, remember net I squared is -1, so that bottom is gonna become 34, isn't it? Here we have -I squared, -6i squared, that's gonna become +6. +6 and -10 would give me -4. And then I'm plus 16i. I'm gonna divide everything by 2 now, because I can. So that'll finish this guy up, -2 plus 8i over 17. What's that? Everything okay?
Yeah.
Questions there? Remember, these videos I'll be posting, there's videos online. You can rewatch, especially if you haven't paid attention or you are interested in reviewing. Now, so we're gonna take hx, which is a function, h of x. We're gonna have 2x squared plus 6x minus 9. And we're going to subtract, okay, 2 times this function. So I'm just gonna take and distribute -2 over that function. So it's -2 times that function there. So -2 times 3x gonna give me -6x squared. -2 times -8 is gonna give me positive 16x. -2 times 8 will give me -16. So you're just taking that -2 times that second function, k of x. So you're just distributing that over that. Now we're just gonna add some like terms. So do we have some like terms? We do. We have 2x squared minus 6x would give me -4x squared, right? Take care of those. 6 and 16, it gives me plus 22x. I have -9 and -16 would give me -25. That would be your new, or what you would take h of x minus 2 times k of x. Everybody okay there? All right, this next one, we've spent some time on those, find the axis of symmetry, up, down, all that fun stuff. Part A, this guy up or down? He opens up because it's positive. Part B, x equals negative b over 2a is our axis of symmetry. We've got negative, negative, so we're gonna end up with 12. We have 3 for a, 12 over 6, so your axis of symmetry is x equals 2. Your vertex, already 2 is your y value for your vertex. That was c when we were doing all these problems, so we gotta plug that in. 2 squared would be 4, 4 times 3 would give me 12. Minus 24, 2 times that, minus 6, so it looks like I'm looking at, I'm getting negative 18. The intercept, part D, is always 0 and always negative 6. Done a bunch of those, haven't we? Thank you. Now, it's 26, you can use matrix equation if you want. I would suggest that. If you want to do substitution elimination, you can do that also, okay? So don't get caught up and you have to use matrix equation. It is easy if you're familiar with your calculator, but you can always do substitution elimination. Of course, the part is you gotta write the equations. I made these pretty simple, okay? So the number of nickels plus the number of dimes is 14. Don't forget a nickel is 0.05. Our dime is 0.10. And we're equal to $1.70. Again, you can use substitution if you want. Elimination, a little bit trickier. I multiply this bottom one by 100 to get rid of all the decimals, and then I would, you have to do a little more manipulating.
The equation says nickels and quarters.
Well, then that's stupid of me. Let's change that. Thank you. So just say quarters, and of course that would be 25Q. There you go. Where I came up with nickels and dimes. Thank you. All right, matrix A, I'm gonna go ahead and do the matrix thing if you're interested. That would be the lead coefficients 1, 1, 0.05, 0.25. Your matrix B, 14, $1.70. A inverse times B. This should be your nickels right here, and this will be your quarters. I'm not sure what the answers is. Anybody working it? 9 for nickels, 5 for quarters. Good there? You guys gotta stretch, we gotta play like such a game. 27, one of the more easier problems. This is from chapter that we just did 6, right? This is the latest stuff, 6.1. I told you it'd be on here, but we didn't have a quiz, so you might want to make sure you see what's going on here. So this is chapter 6 now. If you've noticed, I've gone kind of in order, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, now we're down to 6. So not trying to make anything more difficult than it is. Standard form, our highest degree power looks like a 5, so negative 9x to the 5th minus 5x to the 4th minus 7x to the 3rd. Don't forget that little guy right there, plus x squared minus 14x plus 6. So there's your standard form. Putting your exponents in order there. The coefficient, so, okay, so our leading coefficient equals negative 9. Degree of this polynomial is 5, and the number of terms. So you can count those up like my 3-year-old grandkid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 terms. Woohoo! Add or subtract. We're on to 28 if you're ready. Is everybody okay there? 28. I'm going to rewrite this as 2x squared plus 5x minus 10. I'm going to distribute this negative 6x squared, negative 2x positive 15. So you're subtracting, so make sure you distribute there. I'm going to go ahead and put like stuff together now. 2x, negative 6 would give me negative 4x squared. 5x and negative 2 would give me positive 3x. Negative 10 and 15 would give me plus 5. Two more to go. All right, we got some foiling to do. 2x times x cubed. Remember, we multiply numbers and add the exponents. That's going to be 2x to the 4th. It's going to be minus 6x to the 3rd. And it's going to be plus 4x, taking 2x over those terms. Taking 3 over those terms, going to be plus 3x cubed minus 9x squared plus 6. So we got to complete this guy, put them in standard form and put like things together. Again, this is right from what we just did, chapter 6. We have an x to the 4th, so we'll put him out first. So that is 2x to the 4th. We have some cubes. We're going to add those together. Negative 6 and 3 will give me minus 3x cubed. We have 1 square minus 9x squared. And we have 1x, which would be plus 4x. And plus 6. Woo-hoo. We're at the one we've been waiting for the last 3 days. You know which one this is? The last one. All right, a little investment problem. Another matrix. We spent a lot of time on those, so I had 2 of those on there. We have a bank problem with interest. So again, you need to clarify this. So if we're going to use x and y, so we're going to say x is the 6%. We're going to say y is the 8.5%. So make sure you clarify. because there's no savings or certificate, there's no way to deem what's what, okay? So 0.06 of X plus 0.085 of Y equals the total money I earned on interest. So interest earned on X plus interest earned on Y equals 320. Now the other equation is pretty simple. The amount in X plus the amount in Y equals 4,500. Most definitely looking at a matrix equation here. I don't think I'm gonna try to do it any other way. And then hence I would go 0.06, 0.085, 1, 1. There's your matrix A. Your matrix B, of course, is going to be 320, 4500. Don't forget you need A inverse times B. And your X percent, whatever's in 6% will come out on top, whatever's in 8.5% will come out there. Someone gets it, I would love to know.
2,500 for X and then for Y, 2,000.
Okay, so 2,500 for X. And for Y is 2,000. Thank you, Grace. That's it? Yes.
Do we have to use the inverse for number 26?
If you use matrix equation, yes. Let me look on the previous ones. We were talking about 26 down
Yeah,
here.
you do. It's the Nichols included.
Yeah, yeah. Whoops. Most definitely. Look at that. A inverse, yep. Anytime you use a matrix equation, you're gonna take the inverse. All right, you feel ready?
Yeah.
Fantastic. I think you're gonna do great.